Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Crazy Bees. My name is Debbie if you're new, and if you're not, it's always great to have you. We wanted to take a picture of a video of the front yard because it is looking amazing. These are the roses that we just planted a couple months ago, and look at how lush and beautiful they are. They've got blooms on them, and they've been blooming, and they're so nice and green. They were so yellow and sad looking in those containers, and they're just taking off. And this one's just amazing.
He's older. She's older.
Yeah, he is older. We put him in about a year ago.
Yeah.
And he's got the trellis behind him. We still have to put the trellis behind them, but he's using she's using the trellis. It does look like we have something biting on the leaves, though. I might have to do some investigating there, but you know, if something wants to bite on the leaves a little bit, but it's pollinating, I'm okay with that. It's not going to hurt anything. So let's go see what else is going on. When the Arabian jasmine starts, the star jasmine kind of starts fading off. So the star jasmine's starting to fade off. The Arabian jasmine's coming in. The hibiscus has all kinds of blooms on it. We cut this way back last year.
Not there yet, sorry.
So there's a lot of blooms on that. The next few weeks we'll have a bunch of that opening up. There's one that's getting ready to open up right here. Oh, not anymore. Okay.
Murder!
Bottle brush trees or bushes are coming in very nicely. Candace's gardenia tree is getting a lot of new growth on it. We probably won't see any flowers on this until next season, just because it's still getting acclimated.
Speaking of gardenias, though.
Yes, we're going to show you the gardenia in a minute. The roses are just in full bloom right now. Candace comes out and deadheads them, and then they just put on a bunch more. These roses here, we need to cut back a little bit, but this bush here is just, it goes crazy almost all year round. It's always beautiful. The Abe Lincoln is beautiful. And these roses have a very, very distinct rose smell. They're just, they're amazing.
Oh, you look so beautiful next to those roses.
They are, look at all of these blooms coming in. They're just, oh, I love this. This is my favorite. And then this is a native. Back there are weeds that want to keep taking over. We even sprayed them, and they're coming back again with a vengeance. I think I'm going to try a Roselle hibiscus. You're not supposed to plant plants in your front yard, but I'm like, that's still a flower. So I'm going to do that. And over here we still have our vincas, and we lost, the primrose is still trying to hang on in here, but we lost the, what was that? Ranunculus. We had ranunculus in here, and they don't like the heat, so they died off. And we have our lavender, which is the first time that we've grown lavender, and it actually bloomed the second year. So I'm very happy with that.
Funny story, before it bloomed, I thought it was rosemary.
Yes.
And I thought I was making rosemary tea to drink.
Yeah, she made lavender tea.
I was drinking lavender.
So the vinca's really good here. We got the primrose in here. Oh, there's a primrose in here. One little flower. See it?
Oh my gosh, it's hiding.
It's
That's
hiding
so
in
cute.
there. And then
Hidden treasures.
yes. And
Oh, Bentley.
Bentley's hollering at us. We have the rosemary here. I took a couple cuttings off of this. I'm trying to propagate some for my son, and we're going to see if that works. But, oh my gosh, you guys. Isn't the front yard just beautiful? And now it's on to breakfast and chores. Alright, our next chore is taking care of the onions and the garlic. Now, you guys...
Bentley!
Bentley's hollering at the neighbor's dog. Look at the oregano.
It's in the shadow.
I didn't know that oregano took over like mint.
And, more oil.
Yeah, so I'm going to do a tincture for the kids. They like using it on their scalp. So I'm going to do an oregano oil tincture, but I got to cut all this back. That's one chore today. The next one is we have onions that are bulbing, and you can see the other ones are all laying flat. That means that they're ready to be harvested. So I'm going to, I didn't think I had any decent sized onions. Look at that.
That's beautiful.
So what we're going to do is we're going to pick all the ones that aren't bulbing and put them in here.
And we're back. What have you been up to?
Okay, so we had to put Bentley in the house because he was going crazy. So I have been out here picking the bulbing onions. And see, a lot of them didn't get very big, but what I'm going to do is process these ones right away, chop them up and get them in the freezer. And if I wanted to, I could have left these in the ground, but when I save my seeds, it's going to be when I know how to grow my onions. I have to practice on that more. So this is the best onions I've had so far, so I am happy with this. Look at this one, you guys.
They're pretty equal, but that one's a bit, that's cool.
I am really happy with that. So I'm just going to kind of brush the dirt off. I'm not washing these, and then we're going to have to cure these.
Cure?
Yeah, so when you cure them, you lay them out so that they can fully dry out.
Oh.
And then you can store them.
Okay.
If they don't cure, you can't store them. They have to get dried out.
Okay.
And you know when your onions are ready to be harvested also, if they're not laying down, they're going to lay down because the neck gets soft. If they're not done and they're not ready, this neck is still going to be stiff. But these are soft and they are ready to go. So we're going to pull these out. I have 4 different varieties in here. Some of them are going to be fun to find. They're among the oregano. And I've got some over here. I've got some in the galvanized tank over there. And then we also have to pull garlic today. So once we get to pulling the garlic, Candace will pop in here and there and we'll see how we're doing. Alright, so far we've got two of the types of onions pulled. We have the Texas Super Sweets, which look like this. 90% of these did not bulb. So we're going to be able to process and store most of these. Now these are the Bermuda Whites. Almost all of these guys bulbed up. So I am going to have to process 90% of the Bermuda Whites. And then we've got some beautiful weeds. Aren't they? Yeah, they're growing really nice.
Weeds do.
And we are finding dill everywhere. I thought last year, and Candace was pulling weeds at one point, and I'm like, don't pull the dill. Well, now I'm like, I should have let her pull the dill because it's all seeding, and I'm going to have self-seeded dill in my yard forever. But the caterpillars like it, and they create beautiful butterflies, so that just brings more of an ecosystem into the backyard. So I'm okay with it. So we'll see what else we can get accomplished here. Alright, we're to the last of the garlic. We got all the onions pulled. I just wanted to bring you along while we pull this bed because I'm pretty sure this is going to be my most prolific bed. Well, not so much prolific, but the garlic.
Look at that.
I think it's going to be the best heads.
Wait, I wanted to get a favorite. Ooh, that one looked good.
Doubles.
It was a double.
We got it all pulled. This is the oregano. It was up to here. I took some over to my neighbor.
Already?
Yeah. Because I don't know what I'm going to do with all this. Okay, the bay laurels. Do you guys remember those? I tried starting those. I'm still trying to work on them. I pulled them out to see how they were doing.
Take them out of the box real quick.
And I guess it takes a while for them to root, or they're dead. One or the other. Not sure. I'm going to keep working on it. I decided to bring them out here, and I have them in these little plastic bags because they like humidity. So I'm making little domes and keeping them under there. We have 3 of those. Then we have...
Wow, the aroma in this area is crazy.
Between the garlic, the onions, and the oregano, it is like super strong in here right now under this patio. Okay, so these were the whites. I had a tag in here and I can't find it now.
Nice shoe choice.
Oh, I know. You know what? I wear those things all day, every day, so I'm in my slippers today.
Those things are tennis shoes. She doesn't even like to say the word.
Exactly. These are the white Bermudas. These are the ones that I told you guys a lot of them had bolted, so I'm going to have to process most of these right away. This right here, guys, is all garlic.
Oh my
I'm not
goodness.
proud of it, really. I mean, I'm proud of the garlic, but the heads...
So you're proud of the quantity but not quality?
Yeah. I'm always happy to have something to harvest. It's better than nothing, but I am not going to be happy with myself when I have to peel these little things. But, you know what? I'm not complaining. I still feel blessed. And I did these mostly in containers this year, so the watering schedule was on and off, and that may be why my heads of all of my stuff is not the best. Because this one right here was the one that had the most sun and was on a good watering schedule. And I got some really good heads off of these guys. Some are smaller. You know, I still have smaller ones, but these were the Texas Super Sweets. These ones here were the ones that were totally shaded out in that corner with the oregano. These are the candy apple. And
I love how I'm shaming you on wearing slippers, but I just looked in the reflection and I'm wearing slippers.
She's always wearing slippers. These are candy apple, and I'm going to have Tom try one of these, but I want to try these next year in a better area and see if the heads are different on these.
What's the difference between candy apple?
What?
Do they taste sweeter or something?
Well, no.
Like more like
look,
radishes?
It's just the name of it. I don't know.
Oh.
This is the red candy apple, and this is the, hold on. Alright, I lost my tag. Red Creole. This is the red Creole. See how that's all round bulbed, and this one is a skinnier bulb? I want to see if that changes. Okay, and then in this one here, this was right before all of the oregano. Those are the yellow granics. And here's more of the red Creoles right in here. And
overflow.
Those were all pretty small too. But like I said, I had them all except for these guys and these, but these were shaded out and they need some sun. And then the garlic was all in containers. So except for the last 6 that I pulled out from underneath that tree, and those were pretty good size ones that Candace showed you. So you know what? I'm happy with that whole harvest. Now I'm going to process all the ones that are bulbed up, and then we got to figure out where we're going to cure these things. We'll find a place. Okay, we got our garlic all pulled. We got our onions pulled. We got them both curing. We've got now working on the oregano. And what I'm doing here is pulling it from the stem, and I am going to do a vinegar or a oregano oil, and I am also going to dehydrate because I'm going to have way more than what I need for oil, even if I do a couple quart jars. So I'm going to be working on that this afternoon. Tom is going to be putting some burgers on the smoker. The smoker's busy today. For right now, we had got a watermelon.
That's why I smell watermelon!
Let's go feed the girls. Okay, so what I did is I cut the watermelon out of the rind, but I left a certain amount of it so that they can spend some time pecking at this.
Look how excited they are.
It gives them something to do. Nice and refreshing. Okay, we're just going to keep going
just took
around this way. Here's where we are curing our onions, because you should be curing it to where your heads are up and your greens are hanging down. I'm also going to install a couple of fans in here to blow on this area to dry out these onions. And they're probably going to be sitting here for, you know, a good 3 weeks at least. We'll keep an eye on them. Okay, and here is all of the garlic we are curing. So here you can just lay it out. I've got the fan going, and it's just going to continually keep drying these guys out and get some nice covering over these garlic bulbs. So we'll keep an eye on these, and if we have to rotate them, we'll do that. Well, we did it. It's been a busy day, but it's been a productive day, and it's always nice to have a day off to spend with family and eat good food and get things done. So the last things that I did was I got all of that oregano off of all of those stems. A lot of it I put in these jars, and then I filled them with olive oil. Now for the next 2 to 6 weeks, I'm going to keep an eye on it. Right now you can see that it looks really clear with the olive oil. It's got that yellowish, greenish tinge. As this sits, it will get browner and browner, and that is the oregano emulsifying with the oil. So every day I need to come by here and I just need to give this a little shake, because we don't want anything sitting on the top of the jar. Okay, and then the rest of the oregano I am going to put in the dehydrator at about 110, and I'll start it at 8 hours, because I'm putting it in when I go to bed tonight, and then I'll check it when I get up in the morning. And then this is my third picking of the chamomile. I've got a little jar right here that I've been saving chamomile in, so that when we want chamomile tea, we'll have that. So I think it was a great day, and I thank you guys for coming along with me today to see what we're up to, and it's always fun having you along with us. And you guys take care and have a great week. We'll see you soon.